Hello everyone, this is Endemic Wayne 77 here, and welcome back for some more Let's Play Command & Conquer. So, last we left off, we did ourselves the very first mission, got ourselves introduced to the Let's Play, and are doing the GDI campaign here. Now, since we completed that first mission, we get to move on to our next mission here. We have our map of mostly Europe here, if not all of Europe, but most of it. And we seem to be coming down from the north, down into the Baltic states up here, starting with this one up here. So let's click on this arrow. Now, funny things on how this would work on these select missions is sometimes we'll have multiple arrows that will branch off into different regions, and we'll actually have a choice to pick between which one. Now, sometimes the levels are or the missions are different. Sometimes they're pretty much the same, just a few things moved around. But yeah, for now, as you can see, we only have our one arrow to pick, and it's so let's just go ahead with that. Estonia, population 1.6 million, and geographical area, blah blah blah. Or click to continue. All right.
Good job with the beachhead, Commander. It's time to bring you up to speed on Nod so you know what you're dealing with. This is Kane, the self-appointed leader of the Brotherhood of Nod. Stand by, I'll link us up.
Condition critical. Know why Nod had this beach bottled up? They're protecting a big Tiberium refinery that intelligence somehow missed. We need backup now. Nod troops are pouring out of their base, strangling our foothold. We gotta knock out that refinery, eliminate all Nod forces before we lose our positions. I don't know how long we can hold out.
You heard the man. What are you waiting for?
Alright, whoa, okay, already throwing us into the action, I see. Okay, so it seems that before that our previous mission was not actually completed. It seems that we're not quite done here yet, as we almost got ourselves completely wiped out from this area here.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, the beach, the exact same beach that we were storming on in the previous mission, so let's just go try doing some exploring, see, figure out what's going on here. Now, they said they have a refinery, which sounds very scary, you know, has all of us all scared about, and has us all panicking and stuff, so it's up to me to find out exactly what they mean by that refinery. Now, we have a new unit here, the Engineers. Now, Engineers are pretty unique. They're a pretty powerful unit. They are completely harmless and completely defenseless on their own. However, they have possess a very unique ability to capture enemy buildings that you put them into, and converting the enemy building to your side. So yeah, very good, but it can only capture most buildings, mind you. Not all types of buildings, but most types of buildings, which does make them pretty powerful. And they do cost a fair bit more than the other types of infantry that you got. But yeah, we do have our 3 engineers here. So we just keep them to the side for now, and we'll deploy you right in this little space here, and then we'll rebuild our base again. Very nice. I don't think we got any new technology, so still it's just the power plant barracks and infantrymen that we got, so very good. Let's see if we can do some exploring with one of you guys, as well as one of you. See what we got up here. Our base. Now that, oh yeah, now that we got more power, you can see the power bar down here is represented by the green, as well as the blue thing is represented by the amount of power that we are using. Now, it's pretty straightforward and pretty easy to make sure that you have enough power. You just gotta, essentially, if this green bar is higher than the blue bar there, then you're pretty good for power. It is when the blue bar gets higher than the green bar, that's when you're getting the low power. And when your base is low power, some of your units, like you may have noticed there, like a few minutes ago, that it took me a lot longer to make that minigunner there. That was because my base was low power. And that is one of the things that will happen to your base if it is low power, is that your units won't be made as fast, as well as a lot of your structures won't function as well. Some structures later on won't even function at all without power. They're completely dependent on it. So yeah, again, it's very important to make sure your base has enough power. So for now, let's just keep exploring and keep spamming minigunners in the meantime. Now we ran into ourselves our first field of Tiberium. Now, Tiberium is the main resource of the game. It is a pretty fascinating resource too that will spread on its own and accumulate. and you will see a unit actually later on in this very mission pretty soon that will go around and collect this Tiberium and then return it back to base to convert that Tiberium into cash, and that's how you get your cash, or your money. Now, the thing with Tiberium is that it's actually highly poisonous and toxic to all forms of life, pretty much, including humans. And because of that, any infantry unit that walks over Tiberium will slowly take damage and slowly die of Tiberium poison. Actually, they literally just burst into flames too. It's actually quite gruesome, really, but yeah, that's pretty much what happens if they walk into Tiberium. They'll just die a very horrible death, and we will see infantry, we will actually be seeing infantry dying in Tiberium quite a lot, especially later on in this playthrough. Like, it's pretty much inevitable. Especially since the enemy AIs, they tend to be dumb sometimes and just order their infantry through Tiberium fields. Whether it be as a means to reach 9 men, or just to harass me, or they will do it. They just don't care. So yeah, there is that to always watch out for at Tiberium. It will hurt your men if you walk through it. You do have to watch out for that. So in this mission, I think is the first mission where we'll actually have a new base, which is just up here. And as you can see, the map just got a little bit bigger too, just a little bit, but not a whole lot bigger. So just as these missions progress, the map will gradually get a little bit bigger and bigger. But it's just little bits and bits at a time, and only so much you can do. You only got what you can work with in the meantime. So I did notice there's some enemies trying to sneak around the back, but we have some guards stationed here waiting for them, luckily. The fight up here is pretty not too bad. We're pushing them back away from our base. But we'll just gather enough troops. I think we'll, yeah, we have enough money to definitely build a bunch of train a bunch of minigunners. We'll just make a few more, and then we should have enough to just go forward and just crush everything. We'll send our engineers forward too, so I'll show you guys and demonstrate to you guys how the engineers work exactly and how they capture buildings and stuff. So you will get to see that as well for this episode. But yeah, for now, it's just gathering my forces, just like any other respectable RTS game, and then finally, once we're ready, we'll send them forward and crush all who oppose me. Yes. Yes. Very good. Yeah, we'll keep you guys, stationed up here as good guards. We will get base defense buildings later on, but for now, we just have to rely on stationing a few guards outside my base to guard everything in the meantime. But yeah, this is what it's all about, Brady munitions. I like these guys being very stupid, heading right towards my massive group of infantry that I am gathering up. Very nice, very good non-troops. I appreciate the tenacity, non-troops, but you are. I think you're gonna have to think of a bit of a better strategy than sending your troops down one and two at a time. Just saying. But whatever, it'll be their downfall. Unit ready. We'll just keep focusing, just keep building up troops. We have 1,400 more credits, so we can build up to 14 more minigunners. Because that's what they cost. They only cost $100 to minigunners. This game will get a lot more intense later on, guys. Trust me, it really will. Especially when we have a lot more units introduced and a lot more buildings. Things will definitely get a lot more difficult later on in the campaign. Well, for both campaigns, really. As I said before, I will be doing both campaigns, but there are these special missions as well that are like these bonus missions. They're sort of like the expansion of this game. They have like these extra special ops missions that I will not be doing for a couple of reasons. One of them is that they're actually pretty hard, like really fucking hard, and that I just can't be bothered to do them. But however, I will be doing the other campaign. I will be doing the Nod campaign to make up for that. So hopefully that will not anger any of you folks down in the comments for me not doing the special ops missions. It's a little too hard for me. I've only completed a couple of them before in the past, and a lot of them are just ridiculous. They do stack up on me quite a lot, and I just can't be bothered. So yeah, sorry about that, but. Yeah, I think our troops, our army here is pretty big now, so let's send them up north and just kill everything. There are 2 Humvees. Oh, their Humvees getting a little ahead of themselves there. They're faster units, so I like to try and put them a bit behind my minigunners so they don't get too far ahead of them and get the minigunners to fall behind us. But yeah, let's push forward onto the enemy base. Yes. Attack the enemy base. Go, destroy the non-buggy. They're pretty much their equivalent of the GDI Humvee. I think they have slightly less health, but they are a little bit faster. I'm not too sure about that though. Oh my god. Goddamn. Alright guys, do your thing.
Yes, sir.
Go, let us commence forward.
Yes, sir.
Now we have here the enemy base, which has a sandbag. They're the most basic wall here. They really don't do much. But units that have explosive capabilities can easily tear down the wall. But since we don't have any explosive units yet, there's actually nothing we can do against these walls. There's actually like nothing at all we can do. They're just there. So we just kind of have to live with that and just go over here. Now over there we see is their harvester. Now the harvester is the unit that goes and collects the Tiberium and then returns it to the refinery here to then convert the Tiberium into credits. And this here is the Tiberium refinery that we were so scared about in the cutscene, in the mission briefing cutscene. Now we could just destroy all this stuff, but instead I'm gonna wait for the harvester to return to the refinery here, and there is actually a very good reason as to why I'm gonna do that, and you guys are gonna see it here in just a couple of moments. But for now, we'll just order a couple of you engineers to capture the construction yard here and capture one of those silos for money. So we'll go ahead and get you guys to do that. Now you're gonna see here, watch the engineer capture the building, watch it convert to my side. See? Now that it's on my side, and now that the building is on my side, I can build their stuff, since the construction yard is the building that allows you to build the buildings. And since we captured their construction yard, we can actually build their buildings, such as the Hand of Nod, which is the Nod equivalent of the barracks, pretty much.
Yes, sir.
Reinforcements have arrived.
And actually, I think we'll just build one and show you guys what it looks like here. Just for the hell of it, just for funsies, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna ignore that harvester. We're gonna wait until it to go in there. And because in this game, if you capture an enemy refinery with one of your engineers while their harvester is inside the refinery, then the harvester will also convert to your side. Like, watch. See? It is on our side now. Haha! Excellent. Which means that the Tiberium that's being converted to money that was going to Nod is now going to me. And as you see, we are now gaining money. So let's go ahead and place that Hand of Nod now. Yep, there it is. I just kind of find it funny how we place a GDI Hand of Nod before we see an actual Hand of Nod in the campaign. I just think that's kind of silly, but whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this whole mission here. And actually, I think that's the last building, so before we end that off and complete the mission, let's actually save it here, because I think we're definitely going to need to be saving a lot here in this playthrough. Like, believe me, we really will. So let's go ahead and start doing that now. We're going to go LP, short for Let's Play, and we're going to save again, make a backup save, just in case. Just in case.
Repeat.
Don't mind the awesome music, too. Which, by the way, this game, epic soundtrack. I really love this soundtrack and this music. The music in this game is definitely very memorable, very epic, and very good. Especially the first couple of songs. I'm sure a lot of you probably have recognized already, but yeah. Part of the reason why I still play this game even to this day is just listening to the awesome soundtrack. Like, really. Like, Command & Conquer truly was a groundbreaking, revolutionary RTS that had such good memories for me in my childhood, especially the N64 version, which is a bit strange, again, because it is after the PC version, and back then when I played that as a little kid, I was completely unaware that the PC version, this version was the original version, and the N64 version was just a port. And just don't mind us watching another victory cutscene. Now, I will talk through the victory cutscenes, because, there's not much words or dialogue that goes on in that, so I think I should be okay. But yeah, that's this mission done. Again, I was about to say Grand Theft Auto, like, what the hell? I'm saying that Grand Theft Auto. It's Command & Conquer, but yeah. Command & Conquer, awesome game. Probably one of the best strategy games ever made, in my opinion. And it's just, yeah, it has a lot to offer. And I remember the N64 version. I know not a lot of people like the N64 version as much as the PC version, but for me, I think it's a special exception, because for me, since I grew up with the N64 version before I even played the PC version, it's always going to hold a special place in my heart, and for that reason, I really can't hate on it. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much for this episode, as we just did ourselves the second mission of the GDI campaign. Yeah, with that second mission done, I think that's going to be about it for today, everyone. So, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. If you like the video, as well as the other videos that I upload on here, then don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe. I upload videos almost every day, so be sure to hit that bell, get those juicy notifications, and be sure to stay tuned for next time, where we get into the third mission of the GDI campaign, which I believe will be getting introduced to some more interesting stuff. Yes, be looking forward to that. So yeah, in the meantime, finally, this is Endemic Wing 77, signing off. And as always, take care, everyone. Goodbye.